Right, welcome. So today we are going over the 2013 Dodge Viper GTS. Now I have already gone over this car, but I haven't gone over it when it had the ability to get engine swapped with the engine from the Bugatti Chiron. So today we're going to check out if this Dodge Viper can handle that power, as well as just go over how the vehicle is stock as well as fully upgraded. So to actually get your hands on the Dodge Viper GTS from 2013, well, you're going to need to head on over to Brand Central Dodge dealership and you'll be able to pick this vehicle up for 123,000 credits. Now, what do you get for that said amount? Well, you get an 8.4 liter V10 engine that produces 640 brake horsepower. Honestly, damn, 640 brake horsepower is nothing to look down upon. With a 6-speed transmission, the car being front engine rear wheel drive and coming in at a weight of 1,556 kgs, having a perfect weight distribution of 50-50 and a top speed of 215 miles per hour, which is 346 kilometers per hour. And all of this being under 600 performance points, it's gonna make the vehicle exciting to drive. So when it comes to using the vehicle in its bone standard state, when you do go around Kyoto driving park, you might need to watch out for that rear end stepping out. With the vehicle being on sport hard tires, well, it can lead for some very hair-raising moments. Now the vehicle, you will find yourself sitting lap times around a 1 minute 48 second mark, which I mean, look, isn't too shabby. Look, you can sit faster laps, but for good solid base lap time, 1 minute 48 isn't bad for a bone stock sports car, and especially one that just puts a massive smile on your face because of how it handles. Honestly, the vehicle will take you sideways, it will get you gripped around some corners. It all really depends on your driving style. How aggressively are you taking corners? How soon are you getting on the power? All of this plays a factor as to how the Dodge Viper handles. The standard performance of the Dodge Viper from 2013 isn't too bad. Now if we head on over to a tuning shop, well, then we can spend a lot of money to actually fully upgrade the engine, and once we do so, we are going to be left with 1014 brake horsepower and a weight of 1151 kgs. So the power to weight ratio of this thing is absolutely crazy, and with it having such a large amount of power, it makes the overall driving experience really hard racing. I mean, down the straightaway around Kyoto driving park, which isn't even that long of a straightaway, you're doing just under 310 kilometers per hour before you need to slam on the brakes to make it around the first corner. And the crazy thing is, with the right amount of downforce that the vehicle produces, it actually just hunkers the car down to the ground. On racing soft tires, the vehicle actually grips up a surprising amount. Now look, don't get me wrong, the rear end still wants to step out, but it's not as bad as a vehicle standard. So honestly, even with it having so much more power, if you are able to handle and just control the Dodge Viper, you're gonna set some fast lap times. Because around Kyoto driving park, I was sitting lap times with the vehicle being around a 1 minute 30 second mark, which look, isn't bad at all. I mean, look, it's a bit hair raising, but it's not too shabby. With the fast driver behind the wheel, this vehicle can easily set 1 minute 29 second laps, and that just goes to show you how fast the Dodge Viper actually is. Because with it setting lap times around that mark, this is like some of the best sports car / supercar territory. Like for me, I see that for a sports car to be like, oh, okay, you know, this will be good in some events, that vehicle needs to be setting lap times faster than 1 minute 35 seconds a lap. Whereas this, which is doing 5 seconds faster than that, yeah, it's good. The only downside is when it comes to fuel efficiency. The car is going to be an absolute guzzler and not get you far when it comes to races that have fuel economy involved. So if fuel consumption is involved in the race, just stay away from it, because you will end up crying when you have to refill after every lap. So now what you've come for, the Bugatti Chiron swap in the Dodge Viper. So if we head on over to GT Auto, we can see that the Bugatti Chiron engine is one of the most expensive engine swaps you can purchase in Gran Turismo 7. With the costing 1.6 million credits, it is on the pricey side. However, what you get is a lot of power. Bone stock, the Bugatti Chiron engine produces 1,479 brake horsepower, instantly making the vehicle one of the fastest street cars in the game. So yeah, there's a very good reason it costs 1.6 million credits. That's the vehicle with its standard Bugatti engine in it. If we still head on over to a tuning shop, we can still increase the power on the Bugatti Chiron engine. We see that after adding on some upgrades, so after we add on a few upgrades, we see that now the power level runs up to 1,851 brake horsepower in a vehicle that weighs 1,268 kgs. This vehicle is rear wheel drive, so we should find ourselves in a wall. Now when it comes to using this vehicle around Kyoto Driving Park, it's an absolute beast. It is an absolute beast. The minute you get the chance to end up on the raceway and you put your foot down, the car just gains speed unlike anything else. I mean, look, there are all the other Bugatti Chiron powered cars, and that obviously has the same acceleration, the same performance. But no matter how many times you drive those cars or get behind the wheel of those cars, you just never expect, or you're never really ready for how much power, how fast the vehicle actually goes. Especially with these cars being a lot lighter than Bugatti Chiron, it just changes absolutely everything. Now when it comes to, when it came to the first lap with me in the Dodge Viper, it wasn't really good. I mean, I spun out and I wasn't taking corners the best way, and that led me to do a lap time of 1 minute 32 seconds, which, I mean, look, isn't fast. I mean, considering the fact that I spun out, is still crazy that I said 1 minute 32. Then on the second lap, I went through since a 1 minute 29 second run, which can easily be dropped down to 1 minute 28 with the right driver behind the wheel. The Bugatti Chiron engine is honestly just so overpowered, and it's just so fast and just immediate power majority of the time. It's just such a good engine swap. And then it comes to the top speed aspect of the thing, where even with the Dodge Viper having still massive aero on it, it's able to travel over 500 kilometers per hour with absolute ease, and that is just mind-blowing. So yes, the fuel efficiency isn't the greatest thing in the Dodge Viper. With the Bugatti Chiron engine in, I mean, it's a W16, it's not really giving miles to the gallon, can challenge a Prius. No, the car is extremely thirsty when it comes to fuel efficiency, but this car is about miles per gallon more than it is about miles per gallon. So with that corny saying, I cringe saying it. So with me saying all this, the Dodge Viper GTS, personally, I don't think this is the best car for the Bugatti Chiron engine to go into. I still think that title belongs to the Nismo GTR, but it's still a fantastic swap, incredibly powerful and incredibly expensive. So if you do have the money laying around, by all means, try it out. And with all this being said, don't forget, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.